G'day guys, how you going? I'm Brad from the Headshot Guys, and I'm here with another little chapter in my Headshot Guys chats. Now, I wanted to talk quickly today about my workshop that's coming up, 24th of August. It's a Saturday. It is designed for beginners and intermediate photographers. If you're a professional or a semi-professional, I will assume that you are already using some of these techniques, because if you're a professional, you want to make people look as good as they can possibly look in their headshots and their portraits, whether they be at a wedding or at an event, if they're models, if they're corporates, whatever they might be. If you shoot people, you need to know how to make them look good. So now, why have I decided to do a workshop? Well, I think progressively over time, I've had enough people go, hey, wow, I would really love to learn how to do this stuff. That's the first thing. The other thing is that the industry, I feel, is lacking a little bit at the moment. I feel like there's a lot of negativity out there, particularly in the industry, photography industry, because nowadays we're seeing people with iPhones and they're shooting with Samsungs, and they carry a phone in their pocket which has a camera, which is a pretty good camera. And people are deciding to do their own photography. And listen, I think that's a fantastic thing. Technology's advancing. I think that's always amazing when that happens. But I suppose the negativity is coming from the photographers out there that are saying, oh, you know, we don't get work anymore because people are going to shoot their own photos with their own iPhones. Now, my response to that is, well, mate, if your photos are not better than what an amateur can do with an iPhone, then maybe you've got no right charging people for the right to take their photograph. That's what I think. I just believe that if people are out there using their iPhones, well, they obviously don't think that you can do a better job. Now, if you can't do a better job than what someone else can do with an iPhone, well, as I said, maybe you shouldn't be charging people to take their portraits or do their weddings or shoot models or go to events and shoot people. So that's really where it came about. In the last 2 months, I've had no less than 4 or 5 people tell me that they went elsewhere. Photographers now, I assumed that they were professional photographers because these people paid money, but they were very, very, very disappointed with the result from their corporate headshots. And I just think, ooh, that sucks from an industry perspective, because all of a sudden it doesn't just affect me, it affects everybody. Because then those people, they might come to me and they might be really happy with what I do for them, but it leaves a sour taste in their mouth in relation to the photography industry, because all of a sudden they go, oh, you've got to be really careful, because, and they tell their story about the dodgy photographer who made them look like crap. So if you're charging money to shoot people, then you have to know about their face. You have to know about their face. You have to know about their side. You have to know how to identify someone's stronger side. Their bigger eye, which side of the mouth they smile out of, how are their teeth, have they got big noses, do their ears stick out, how's their hairstyle, all those types of things. How do they smile? Do they have a crooked smile? Is it wonky? You know, all those types of things. Now, if you don't, then how the hell are you ever going to work out how to photograph them better to make them look as good as they can possibly look? Now, and I hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, but you know, you just photograph models. Well, anybody can make a model look good. You know, models are aesthetically pleasing. Generally, their symmetry of their face is better. That's why we think they're good looking, because you know, they're better looking. That's it. So, but the challenge comes when you get corporates now that need good looking photographs of themselves, because personal branding is not going away. And if you've got a small business, then you need to put yourself out there. So you need to know how to make these people look good. Now, even if they don't look like Angelina Jolie, or, you know, they should be on the latest cover of Vogue, you need to know how to make them look cool, how to make them look authoritative, how to make them look confident. Yeah, and that comes from understanding their face. So, getting back to my workshop is all about understanding your subject's face, how to light them, how to shoot them, what to say to them. We talk about better sides, symmetry. We talk about expression. Now, when I photograph somebody, I don't care who it is, I can't change their face. I can't change the way they look. But what we can change is their expression. And you probably heard me go on about this, on and on and on about this. I change their expression. And there's only 3 things on their face that they can move that will change their expression. Once you teach them how to do it, then it becomes quite easy. They can actually make any expression they like. But for me, if you're a corporate, you need to have an expression that says, I'm confident, I'm an authority, I'm professional, I'm warm, I'm approachable. Now, if you're at a wedding and you're shooting guests, obviously you don't want them to look like an authority, but you do still want them to look good. Now, people that are carrying a bit of weight, teach them how to hold their head properly, how to dip their head out so that they don't have 58 chins. If you're short as a photographer and you're shooting someone that's cool, stand on a box, ask them to duck down a little bit. Do anything you can to make them look better. That's your job. Now, you shoot events and people go, I didn't look any good, I hate that photo. That's your fault, yeah? You've got to make them look better. You've got to learn how to make them look better. So if you're standing there with 5 people, you need to be able to arrange those 5 people so that their stronger side is facing the camera. That's just basic stuff. Now, if you can't do that, well, then I think you shouldn't be a photographer. You shouldn't be certainly charging people money to do it, yeah? So that's all I've got to say today. I hope that helps. Now, workshop, 24th of August. It's 6 hours. It's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's a lot of content in there, a lot of stuff. I think if you're a photographer or you're beginning to be a photographer and you're going to be shooting people, and that means weddings, events, models, headshots, doesn't matter, portraits of any description. If you're shooting people, you need to know about people's faces and how to make them look better. So that's what the event is all about. It's on the Gold Coast. If you go to my website at theheadshotguys.com.au, you'll be able to find a link there, a page there that will give you some more information. Obviously, it's a charged workshop, and there's a contact us form there that you can fill out, send me through some information. Spots are limited. There's 7 spots. There's only 5 left. There's already 2 people there. So give me a shout. See you later.